there near the outside, James Kearney. But this should be another riveting duel. We've got 5 laps, a little bit more time for these lads to sort themselves out.
17 fathers and sons have won school
The
titles since the 102 years of the Irish schools. Frank O'Brien with a chance to add to 18.
Yeah, so we're underway here again, and the same as the previous races, the first barrier will not be until the first time they enter the home straight, so no water jump or barriers previous to that on the first lap. So they'll be 330 metres in before their first barrier, and that's when the fun begins.
Oh, the fun starts here, and a little bit of info. Stolen, borrowed, begged,
researched.
Off a little bit of info stolen from Liam Moggan, our in-stadium commentary here. Frank O'Brien here of Middleton CBS. That name sounds familiar in a steeplechase setting, particularly for any athletics fans who were around in the 80s. It should, because he's the son of Liam O'Brien, probably the best Irish steeplechaser we've ever had, an Olympian, a man who went round and won here, won this title indeed before. So his son, Frank the Tank O'Brien, is out trying to win the title here.
Yeah, Aaron Donnelly is just out front there at the minute.
He is up in the red there on the outside, up in the third place, by the way, Frank O'Brien, if you're looking for him. And as expected, good technique from the son of a former champion.
Absolutely. Aaron Donnelly of St. Gerard's Bray is just leading the way at the minute there in that navy vest out front. But there's still an Indian file of 8 men waiting to pounce.
Yeah, the Leinster Championships, Aaron Donnelly was the fastest there in 6:17, beat Owen Kearney to the title there. Owen Kearney, the Terran Euroman, and no surprises in Munster. Frank O'Brien was best, 6:25 he took it down in, ahead of Liam Cotter of Bantry. So certainly it's going as expected. Of course, that familiar blue singlet of Bantry, which is currently being carried by Liam Cotter there in 4th place. That'll be carried in a fantastic senior boys 1500 later on. It's coming up after, I think, around 4:30, by Dara McElhenney, who is coming in fine form with a 14:11 5k World Under 20 standard to his name last week. But he'll have it all to do to beat his Cork rival Charlie O'Donovan in that race. But that's all for a few hours' time. We'll concentrate on the task at hand here.
Yeah,
because right now out front it is number 974, which is Aaron Donnelly of St. Gerard's Bray.
Owen Keeney sitting there in 2nd place, behind him, stalking him all the way, and Frank O'Brien in the bronze medal position at the minute.
So it's Leinster 1, Leinster 2, Munster 3 and Munster 4 right now, and everyone else is straggling and gapped at the moment as we pass through. Well, coming up to halfway right now, Aaron Donnelly, the Leinster champ, is stamping his authority on this race. He only had 2 seconds to spare over Owen Keeney at the Leinster Championship, so Keeney will certainly be hoping to reverse that form, and he is playing a waiting game, really, running a smart race on the shoulder here of Donnelly. But again, if you're going off thoroughbred form, there's no doubt that Frank O'Brien would be the form choice in terms of that. He won the Munster title, and he is the son, of course, of Liam O'Brien. He's in 3rd place at the moment, the tall, long striding Middleton CBS athlete. They come to the water jump. This could prove crucial.
Yeah, Owen Keeney just making a move up on the outside there, the shorter of the 3 athletes out front. Just that water jump knocks him back a little bit. Aaron Donnelly just makes a move off that again. He's still got that metre lead, but Keeney just sitting on his shoulder with Frank O'Brien just playing it safe in behind. This can be all sorts of messing with people stuttering into barriers. It can upset your rhythm, but O'Brien just stepping on top of the barriers, just playing it safe and pushing himself on a little bit of momentum. So these 3 men have moved clear now. There's a 5 metre gap back to 4th place, and it is Donnelly, Keeney and O'Brien here battling it out.
And Carolyn Dillon of Carrick Macross in the white singlet there, navy shorts and luminous green spikes, is back in 5th, so he's going to hope a few of these fall off the pace. A few of them enter the hurt locker over this final 700 metres, and maybe he can pick up the pieces for a bronze medal. But at the moment, the 2 Leinster men are putting Frank O'Brien to the sword. They've injected another surge of pace there. Frank O'Brien, the telltale sign, he checks over his shoulder for the sight of the Bantry man Liam Cotter. How much danger is he in for bronze? But he shouldn't be thinking about that right now. His eyes should be fixed on the 2 men out front, because these Leinster leaders are gapping him right now. They've got about an 8 metre advantage. Donnelly and Keeney at the moment out front, turning the screw. 5:50 to run as they come into the water jump here. Donnelly, they've been perfect really so far. 1 foot wet each. possibly Keeney out jumps him there on the outside.
Yeah, Keeney making his usual move. He makes a charge up for the water barrier, and then Donnelly just pushes off better and gets that gap opened up again. But certainly these two men are looking strong out front. Liam O'Brien just getting dropped off the pace a little bit here, so the man down in fourth place may get a bit of a heart for that as we approach the bell. 450 metres or so to go at the minute, and it is the long-time leader Aaron Donnelly breaks the tape first. 4 barriers to clear. So he's just opened up a slight gap there, Donnelly ahead of Keeney, and Liam O'Brien has got the bit between his teeth. He's charging for home as well.
Frank O'Brien. I think Liam O'Brien would be out front now if he was winning. Well, maybe not now, given he's 30 years past his best. But anyway, Aaron Donnelly, though, out front. It was like this at the Leinster Championships. It was down to these two, way ahead of anyone else. Obviously, they've got a bit more company today in the form of Frank O'Brien. He's still in hot pursuit in third, but Donnelly is out front. He made a move with about 400 to go, and it was decisive. It gave him a 10-metre advantage, but Keeney he's not let go of this at all by any stretch. He's been very impressive over the water. If he can get a good water jump, he might just put a bit of pressure and give Aaron Donnelly something to think about over the last 100. But Donnelly is good over that last, stumbled slightly. Keeney also very efficient out through the water, and Frank O'Brien is running on well in third. He might challenge for silver, but at the moment Aaron Donnelly is gone. The Leinster champion, if he navigates this last barrier, which he does with no error. Aaron Donnelly, the St. Gerard's Bray athlete, is on his way to victory. The 2,000 metre senior boys steeplechase champion, 6